6 Disney urban legends that will give you nightmares. Small world suicide. There are a surprising number of stories circulating online that link Disneyland to suicide. The most compelling centers around the Small World ride. Legend has it that one day in 1999, the ride was inexplicably shut down and guests were quickly ushered off. One of the guests who was on the ride at the time snapped off the last few pictures on her camera and discovered later that one of them showed the body of a child hanging from the rafters. The ghost of Walt Disney. If you pass the firehouse in Disneyland, you'll probably notice that the second-floor lamp is always lit. This is because Walt used to have an apartment there and would light the lamp to let his guests know he was in the residence. After he passed, a custodian turned off the lamp, only to discover it was turned on again after she left. The third time she turned off the light, she stayed in the room, only to have the lamp turn itself on again right in front of her. The park now keeps the lamp burning as a tribute to Walt Disney. Suicide mouse clip. Supposedly, there is a lost episode of Mickey Mouse that has driven at least one person to commit suicide. For the first couple of minutes, the video shows an old-timey black-and-white Mickey walking down the street, looking rather depressed. Then, after a cut to black, the video becomes distorted with gurgled cries and screams in the background, and Mickey's face turning into a deranged smile. Nobody knows what happened because the only employee to finish watching the video committed suicide shortly after. Haunted Mansion Ghost. A guest captured this photo of a boy he swears wasn't on the ride when it started. According to the cameraman, as you'll see in the photo, it appears as though a child is peeking his head out of the doom buggy and looking directly at me. Not only was he not there when I took the pic, there wasn't a child of this age within 20 people in front of me in line, and as you can see, he's only a few doom buggies in front of me. Scattering ashes at Disneyland. There are most likely human remains scattered around the park. Some parents supposedly try to sprinkle the ashes of their children around the park so that their final resting place can be somewhere they loved. Disney has tried to discourage the practice. And Mr. One-Way. Mr. One-Way is a ghostly rider who died on the ride in the 1970s. He will hop on board the Space Mountain ride next to certain single passengers, but then disappear as soon as you hit the flashy tunnel at the end of the ride.